Do you get nauseous when you have to make a presentation? Nervous, stomach aches, you want to crawl into that sinkhole, you're flushed, maybe you even stutter. Well, what happens is we have a fear of public speaking. In my podcast details, I'm going to help you learn how to overcome your fears. Because at the end of the day, it's all in our mind. When you recognize that you do have a fear of presentations, now this can be your elevator pitch. It can be your networking stand-up impromptu introduction to yourself. How many times have you been at a networking event? They ask you to stand up and give us a brief synopsis of yourself. If you have not practiced in person, out loud, your elevator pitch or your networking pitch, realize this is and especially if you're in business, realize this is your walking and talking business card. 3 very easy ways to get over your fear of public speaking: your elevator pitch, your networking presentation, which is always impromptu. The first one is know that it's common to have some fear and some nervousness when you're making any kind of speaking in public. Know that, acknowledge it, don't stay there. That's the big tip here. Don't stay in that fear. Secondly, realize this: people are in absolute awe when you get up and speak eloquently, when you speak with self-confidence, when you use the appropriate verb and the really powerful words. People are in awe when you get up, when I get up, when we speak eloquently. It presents such a professional outlook for other people. Third, get practicing. If you know that you're going to be at a networking event, practice your little 2-minute speech, your 2 or 3 sentences. Again, you're presenting your walking and talking business card. Same thing with your elevator pitch. Most likely your elevator pitch and your networking pitch are 2 different things in a slightly different manner. More importantly, the reason you want to learn how to be a good public speaker, if you don't learn, you're going to be missing opportunities in your life. When you present yourself as someone who has leadership qualities, self-confidence, professional, simply by learning how to speak in front of groups with self-confidence, you will open doors for opportunities, whether that be a promotion, a career advancement, a raise, something as simple as going in front of a loan officer. If you need to get any kind of financing, I know this by heart, any kind of financing for your business, I've been there a few times, they want to know how you are going to present yourself to sell your business, yourself. You're the one, again, you're the walking, talking business card. And that's what's even more important of all the reasons to learn how to make a good elevator pitch, a good network presentation. Certainly, when we have to make our corporate presentations with slides, you definitely have to practice that over and over and over. So get practicing. Kundalini Yoga also teaches us how to conquer self-animosity. Self-animosity is that self-criticism. That's a big part of our fear because, again, folks, it's all in your mind. And I address this in my podcast, little mini course, but there is a gift to you. Just click on the video. It's the introduction to the courses. It's your first lesson, some other quick tips to help you go forward. Price Pritchett tells us that we talk to ourselves more than anybody else. Therefore, when you're talking to yourself, that self-animosity, build yourself up. I am a successful business person. I am getting this done. I am going to be a multimillionaire. I am going to do cross-country marathon. I am going to do an Ironman. So the I am is so powerful. Mary Morrissey teaches this. Wayne Dyer teaches this. The I am is so powerful. And that's what you want to say to yourself. Next, wine. I have been promoting South African wines for the last few weeks. I really feel Americans have treated them as undiscovered wines. Not only are they amazing value, but they are amazing quality. Glen Ellen Estates is my preferred subject for the next few weeks because this particular vineyard was created by a woman in her 70s, Madame May Luxang. She has a famous Chateau Bordeaux it's one of the classified gross. It is a Chateau Pichon and has 6 other names after it. She went on this adventure to find another area where she could expand her holdings, but not in France. And she came across Stellenbosch. She is also famous for her glass collection, which is world-renowned. Her glass collection dates back to the 1st and 2nd century. She collects people such as Salvador Dali, also an Italian glass producer named Lino Tagliapietro. I probably just butchered that Italian name. What's fascinating about her wine production, she has several levels. She has an entry level, a mid-level, but even the glass collection is very affordable. It's about in the $18 range to the $20 range. I will also let you know that in this particular division of her products, her wine products, she has the most choices. The one that I am going to seek out is going to be her rosé, because for those of you who've been listening for a while, rosé is the wine that I drink all year long when I choose to have a glass or two. To wrap this up, it's common to have a fear of speaking. It's common to be anxious. Don't stay there. Recognize that when you learn how to speak eloquently and professional and be self-confident, people are in absolute awe. Kundalini Yoga will help you learn how to talk to yourself through kriyas called Conquer Your Self-Animosity. Also with Carrie Kopasek's meditation, Maiden Meditation, you will stay focused on what is most important to you in getting ahead in your life, whether it's a healthy relationship, intrinsic love. Practice Kundalini Yoga and meditation. They're all virtual classes, and remember, I love them when you get your children involved. Lastly, Glen Ellen Estate, probably one of the best wines from South Africa that you can choose to discover. I'm Valerie Hale. I create this podcast every week to help people create a blueprint for the life they deserve. Please give me a shout out. Please send me questions. Please give me a hug verbally. No, give me a hug virtually. I appreciate all my listeners because it's really grown quite a bit to about 6,000 listeners. Merci, au revoir.